And hello, welcome everyone to twitch.tv/ChargedSimRacing for a bit of a special event today. Just quickly reading the comments, sound and bass, not getting audio. Are you getting audio now? Should be okay. I think it was just a bit of a quiet intro maybe. Let me know if the audio is now working or it isn't working for everybody else, but we are here. You should hear me talking. Anyway, welcome for a very bizarre event. Oh, I have some apps open still. We have a 1 hour special today at the Nordshleife Nurburgring with, of course, our Mazda MX-5 Cups and the Renault RS.01s, two cars from our concurrent championships that we're running over the last couple of weeks. Oh, good. Glad to hear it's all sorted out. Yeah, we had our championships that wrapped up last week, our RS01 and MX-5 championships. And now for a bit of a semi-laugh, semi-kind of fun little mini special event, we have a 1 hour special at Nords today. It's going to be multi-class. We have two splits due to fantastic demand today. So it's going to be me, your boy, the Flat Daddy Flat Gang, hosting Split A here on twitch.tv/ChargedSimRacing. But on Charged Game Nights, we have Elmo and Steven hosting Split B, which will be with the other half of the drivers. I believe the split was between livery cars that submitted liveries and cars that didn't submit liveries, but we should have an even split of about 30 cars in each race, so record turnout again in Charge today, so really, really cool and exciting. And with the two events broadcast live, you can pop one up on each monitor. Plenty of action. So it's going to take us a little bit of time before we can actually see what's going on due to how AC works. We can't really... Actually, you know what? I might be able to put up AC remote. So we can actually look at some cars and see what's going on. I can't seem to find AC remote on my PC. Let me just have a quick look. And it looks like AC Remote has done a runner on my computer, so I can't find it, so we'll just be here for now. Of course, with this massive, massive track, it is quite hard to follow cars. There's Perea looking to set a good lap in practice. It's quite hard to follow cars through this massive track. If you get too far away from cars in AC, they do despawn, and until cars start to set valid laps, I can't select any of them to watch on the tower. So we're going to do our best today until the race starts, but once the race starts, we're going to have 30 cars thundering about in two classes. And even more in the other split as well, so it's going to be an action-packed race today. 1 hour of the mighty green hell. It's going to be a real super tip-top event to keep everybody on their toes as we see Perea coming through the GT chicane, ready to get onto the Nordschleife. We do, of course, have an absolutely spectacular track skin made by Zyfe this week. He went all out, but so many brilliant details. It's looking fantastic as we see a somewhat familiar face manning the marshal posts. That's my low polygon son. We have the special charged ambulance in case anyone gets hurt today, with medic Steven on hand to offer medical assistance. Let me try and find Perilla because I've gone too far away. Here we go, I've caught back up. Let's try and spin around the ring and see what else we can find. We of course have lots of orange people in the crowd because Dutch people. There's my low-res son again. There is, the highlight of the track skin, there is a toilet that features Steven's face on it somewhere. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me how. We of course have the blue and white curbs. Looking really good. I'm just going to turn my microphone up a little bit. Whoever used Streamlabs last put the microphone gain to like minus 20 dB. I should have caught that one. Of course, here is the, oh god damn it, the charged Twitch truck. Where is it? I'm lost. When you get too far away from other cars, the game just like whites out and you can't see anything. Oh, here we go. Here is the charged Twitch truck, which is where I'm broadcasting from right now, which might explain my intermittent signal. Oh, let me try to see if I can find Patrese again. Where's he gone? Or Perea? I'm of course floating in the Matrix right now, trying to catch up to all the other cars. Free cam only buffers to a certain amount. This is Split A, Ren. Split A. I think there's a car potentially going backwards on the track here. I'm trying to fly to them as quickly as I can. Here we go. Oh yeah, it looks like there's been a little bit of a bumble down there in the. I don't know what corner this is. I don't know the Nordschleife's car names. Oh, the title is not updated because Twitch hates me. Let me just fix that. There we go. Title is now updated. Good evening, Yellow 13. You not racing today? You didn't fancy dragging that MX-5 around the green hell for an hour with all of the cursed charged trailers? Who do we have coming up here? I can't even tell. They're moving so quickly. We'll find out later who that is. I think it's come to my attention that oh, of course, honk if you're gaming. Well, that's a shame, Yellow 13. I tell you what, I will. I'm a bad boy. I haven't actually installed the skin pack, so I'm going to do that when practice ends. And I will also get AC remote so we have a bit more flexibility for looking at stuff until the race starts. I tell you what, not much is going on in practice right now, so I will sort that now. Anyway, I'll be back in one moment. Okay, sorry for the unexpected delay. We are just booting back in. I've got AC remote up. I had to find where the file was buried. So, even though people aren't appearing on the tower, we should at least be able to spice on people's laps through qualifying. Bit of an unconventional race today, of course, and we're, as always, pushing the limitations of Assetto Corsa far past what anyone ever imagined when this game was made several years ago. It's going to be an absolutely cracking race today, though. We have some real absolute stars from the RS.01 Championship in RS.01 today, along with some other guys who have recently acquired their charged licenses. So a whole lot of fun going to be going on. Here we go. My AC remote is now working. We are, of course, in overtime. As we see Didio doing some laps. Got both streams open, double the carnage, says Ren. Of course, go to charged game nights for the Split B, which is being hosted by Elmo and Steven. Elmo making his commentating debut today. That's going to be super interesting to see both splits. And over 60 people racing today, so it's going to be a fantastic and carnage-full event, I'm sure, but lots of really great Nordshleife racing. But as I was saying, we have some heroes from the RS.01 Championship. I know we've got guys like Patrese, Naughty Dragon, Perea, Alex V, all of your favourite drivers, and some guys have really been putting a lot of work into it this week, getting the Nords down the best they can to give everyone a real show. I'm sure there are going to be some guys who really know the Nords well and some people who are just trying to get around it. Of course, multi-class action, the first time having the RS.01s and MX-5s on the track at the same time. Not sure whether that's a good idea or not, but we will find out. All drivers have been briefed on how to conduct safe and sensible multi-class racing, but we'll see how that one pans out. And I think if there are still drivers out on track right now, and Didio is only just starting the Nords right now, so I'm not sure if he's going to be able to complete his lap without it being timed out. We will have to find out. Who else on track? We also have Pika Roshu on track right now with his very snazzy looking MX-5. The big eagle on the front, I love that. Of course, Pika always puts great effort into his liveries. Also on livery watch today we have Naughty Dragon, who the lighting isn't helping us very much here, but as a punishment for winning the RS.01 Championship so convincingly, he had a community submitted livery, and of course each separate panel of the car was designed by a different person. So certain people got certain sections. We have the Ecuador section. We have Fortnite, Dabbing Squidward, and Tizzy Warrior. I'm guessing you can work out who submitted that. Pandas and Monkey Army, with charged admins being chased by them. We have a picture of his car, Peepo Forever, and a bunch of other stuff. And I believe this is Steven on the roof of Naughty Dragon's car. Can't even tell what's on the back because everyone's got their lights on in the pits. Oh my god, we do of course have Stefan as well with his new condensed livery that was condensed by me this week to get it under the 15 megabyte file limit. Shallow Water in the fantastic spec liveries, which I believe were made by Buzz. Thank you, Buzz. There's CD. I always like CD's livery. That's a really nice one. Driptex with a really good livery as well. Driptex always makes nice liveries. I'm very proud of his work there. Exposure 200%. If I press page down, I start falling. The game is not... Is it frozen? No. There we go, I'm back. Oh my god, we also have Jim in the spec livery today. I'm trying to see who else we have. Oh, we have, making a rare appearance, Will's brother Sam Wadsworth, who I believe is going to be a force to be reckoned with today in the MX-5 split. Of course, Sam's brother Will is one of the moderators here at Charged, and much well loved by the whole community. So great to see Sam racing. Haven't seen Sam race since the Toyota 86 race at Suzuka, so it's going to be great to see how he gets on. We have Tachanka in spec livery, looking good. Yeah, let me see if I can change my post-processing filter to get something a little bit less overexposed. Well, that's better. I can actually see again. Toaster, certain post-processing filters, you can't change the exposure on them. Like, for example, if I do this, nothing happens. So, I'm on it, don't worry. This isn't a backseat free zone. Anyway. So Tachanka just rolling around. Let's see who else do we have. We have Lantern, who I believe is running the spec skin this week. A lot of people didn't resubmit their skins, so not all of them worked, including Will. And now I've changed my post-processing filter. My depth of field has gone back on. Oh, I love AC sometimes. Never change. We have Boz making his RS.01 debut in the Pink Menace, as he called it. My photo mode is still on. Again, Boz always makes great effort with delivery, so I'm all for it. Farwell just vibing in the spec car today. It's such a weird event having a... Oh, and Will has set a valid time. He's the only one to set a valid time so far. Of course, this is just practice. Qualifying is about to get underway, but it's such a long cooldown time with the lap being 10 minutes for the MX-5. So there's going to be a little bit of waiting here today, but, you know, we'll do our best. Rees aplenty. As a TC Cock is chilling in the pits. My depth of field has gone back on. Why does it keep doing this? No, no depth of field, bad. Right, here we go. Use the brakes. That's of course going to be a very useful information today. Castrol rocking the SimTwats livery this week, made it by Raj, who I think is going to be in the RS.01 this week, but either way, looking fresh. Yeah, there he is, Raj in the RS.01, pounding round. Looking highly cursed as always, but a lot of good fun. Let's go on board for a little bit and see what it looks like lapping the green hell on this absolute beast of the RS.01. Of course, the RS.01 is an absolute monster in a straight line, and it doesn't really have a massive amount of downforce compared to something like a GT3, so you have to be nice and early on the brakes here and get your lines really kind of straight and turn in nice and early and let the car carry itself through. It's definitely going to be a whole lot of action, passing MX-5s, lapping them, while trying to wrestle this beast around the Nords with 20 other cars in front of you and behind you, so it's going to be definitely a real test of skills there. I can't wait to see how everyone gets on, and some people are going to know the Nords better than others. We'll just have to see how it affects everyone. Alex says that all the SimTwats lads are practicing for your ring track day in July. Oh, that sounds awesome. I cannot wait. Definitely give us some pics if you guys go. What cars are you all sporting? My microphone wasn't muted. I just didn't have anything to say. I am here on my own in the commentary booth today. It's been a while since I've been on my own. It was another one of those events where, like, it was like, who's commentating? Do you want to commentate? No, I want to race. No, I want to race. No, I want to race. And I was planning on racing, so last minute again, I had to be thrown into the commentary booth. I'm supporting Naughty just because I want to see him win in that utterly cursed livery that I may have contributed to. Timon, what's the Ecuador meme? Please enlighten us. Oh yeah, Nords is crazy, but it's a bit much for me. I'm definitely not good enough at it to understand the track. I need a little more practice. Oh, nice Corvette. That's Pog and an ST. Oh, well, have fun, boys. Definitely want to see some pics when you go. That's going to sound fantastic. Hopefully everything's safe and you can do it by then. I've been praying for over a year now. Please release me from this quarantine prison. Just having a look, so in our split we have Redshift, Will Wadsworth, Naughty Dragon, Perea, Mitchell, Patrese, Lantern, Stefan, Boz, Bogdan, Rajtastic, Tachanka, Shallowwater, Pikoroshu, CD, Didio, Toxic, Smithy, Driptex, Tatsuya, Alexander, Castrelar, Farwall, Rushby, Trundle, Niels, Finn, Fox, TC Cock, Jikuzek, Sam Wadsworth, and Meridabera. 32 drivers today racing at the Nordshleife. That's an absolute beast, and Pikoroshu is currently the fastest time from the MX-5s that has been submitted. But of course, not a whole lot of people got a bad lap in with just 15 minutes of qualifying practice. So we'll see how quali goes. But honestly, if you can get if you can just keep it safe and keep your car on the track, you will do well in qualifying. A lot of people are going to lose laps to being invalidated in quali. Such is life with the Nords, it being a 10-minute track, and unless you know it better than anybody else, it's going to be really hard to not make any mistakes at all, especially when you're pushing for pace. We're still in overtime. We've been in overtime for a while. 22 minutes into the stream and practice isn't even over yet. And we're finally here in qualifying. And time limit's going to be quite strict with only 15 minutes, so people are going to have to really... Someone's trying to skip the session, that's going to be a no from me. So it's good to see everyone rushing out on track to try and get out and set some lap times straight away. Of course, we have my low polygon son. Oh, there's cars everywhere, as Bogdan has just overcooked it and gone into the wall. Not sure what happened there. That's also not his livery. I think the liveries are a bit mixed up. But there's... low polygon James. Why are people skipping the session? Stop it. Oh, god damn it. AC, why do you do this to me? Stop putting the depth of field on. That's my low polygon son watching the Oh, the session has been restarted. This is just madness. I think practice might have been restarted, so I'm not quite sure what happened there, but just look at all these cars thundering out the pits. Everyone's trying to get as many laps as they can. 20 minutes is not a huge amount of time for qualifying here, so there's Raj just taking his time getting out the pits, letting everyone go first. Although, you've got to be careful, because if you wait too long, you're going to be passing everyone on your hot lap, and you do not want to be lapping MX-5s on your hot lap. Let's go on board with Naughty Dragon and see how he's doing. And of course you will see the absolutely incredible speed difference between the RS.01s and the MX-5s. Especially on the straights, it's so much faster. I mean, you have a massive difference in horsepower and grip and downforce, so... It will be really interesting when these cars meet each other on track, as you see here. He's just absolutely blitzing past the MX-5s. Passing several of them in a straight before you get to each corner. Timon wants to see Naughty Dragon's livery again, so we can see it a bit clearer now. So we have more pandas, crudely drawn charge logos, some crashing, and I'm not quite sure who that is. I think that's low-res Nico Hulkenberg. Oh, we have Pump Me Daddy, charged game nights in a nutshell. I believe that's Germa. And we have my contribution here below. I turn myself into a mug, Morty, and... oh, that bastard! There's a bit where it says James will win Daytona and he crossed it out and put Dragon. Of course, the prerequisite Dick Butt and Pickle Rick and everything else terrible. Timon, what is the Ecuador meme? Please tell me. Oh, we of course have the Ahigo seat from Stefan's car. Don't ask me how that got in there. Oh, we even have the Ahigo floor panel as well. I can't open that clip time and I'm on stream. Oh my god. Anyway. So now, this is only the outlap, but I think if you set a valid outlap it will still count. So Naughty's taking an opportunity just to get past the traffic here, and it's Tatsuya doing a good job of being predictable and leaving lots of room. So Naughty comes flying past Toxic now on the way to the Flugplatz. Speed difference is just incredible between these cars, almost 300k in the Renault. Yep, even the dash, I believe it's the chrome texture in the RS.01, so anything chrome has now been replaced with the Higo, so thanks for that, Stefan. As we jump to Patrese, let's see how he's getting on. I think Patrese's definitely going to be in with a shout for a win today. I think him and Perea are some of the guys that know the Nords the best, so those guys are going to be really, really quick. We got a request to watch your boy Trundle the Great. Let's go see how he's getting on. Spooning around in the MX-5, although ooh, that's a cool livery he's got there. Nice Winfield livery with some stickers on it. I believe that's a Victoria Bitter VB long neck logo. Charge promotes responsible drinking. I don't know if this is his livery or not. I don't know if he's Australian, but either way, looking good. Browntown pub. Let's go on board with him. He's going after Iwis's record in the MX-5. Well, that's going to be a tough one to beat. Not Australian, just appreciates the culture. Well, Trundle's got a little bit of traffic here. He's got Niels and Driptex ahead of him, so I don't know if he's going to try and get past them and build a gap or leave some space before he starts his hot lap, of course. With it being the Nords, you've got another 7 minutes or so until you even start your flying lap, so there's plenty of time. He wants to bring cigarette sponsors back to motorsport. Also, Charged in Racing promotes not smoking. He says holding vape in hand. I tell you what, though, it's an interesting one because obviously, you know, I mean, a lot of us associate the greatest eras of motorsport with tobacco sponsorship. And I remember when I was really small watching Formula 1 when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I already knew what every single cigarette brand was because I watched Formula 1 and because I was so into it. And that's kind of messed up, you know? It's kind of messed up that there's such a strong association with cigarette brands from such a young age. And I'm definitely glad it's gone. I think smoking is really bad and you shouldn't do it. But the money was really good, but obviously there are other ways that teams can make money now, and the financial kind of model of motorsport has inevitably had to change as motorsport is far more expensive now than it used to be, and it's a lot more big business now, so you can't just have, you know, privateer garagista teams with flush with tobacco cash. I guess it's just a changing sign of the times. But I do like the fact that children watching Formula 1 don't associate it with smoking anymore. Something bad with something really good. You decide which one I'm talking about. Yeah, definitely the decline in interesting liveries is also linked to tobacco liveries, of course, because them being the master advertisers, of course, no one understood that game better than the tobacco guys, so it is a shame there are quite a lot of dull, largely sponsorless liveries in motorsport today, but again, I guess it's just a sign of the changing times. There's not really much you can do about it. Either you change the times swallow you up. Let's see how the RS.01s are getting round as Raj is coming up to, I believe, is that YouTube corner? He is coming up to YouTube corner, not kicking it out though at the back. Let's see. I think Redshift was, Redshift's already coming up to the Duttinger Her. I think he was one of the first ones out. Looking good in practice as well, Redshift. I know he's definitely got some pace today. It'll be interesting to see how all these guys get on when they start setting times. Just look at that, 310 coming down the Dottinger Her into the chicane. That is absolutely terrifying. I tell you what, this is why we're running a rolling start to the race today, because having a whole bunch of RS01s thundering down that, coming close to 300k is going to be a bit scary. And I imagine if there's a crash at the start of the race, it would end up collecting quite a lot of people. So that's why I've opted for a nice, safe rolling start on the GP circuit today, which Race Control will be communicating to all the drivers. No valid time set just yet, so I imagine either the first laps aren't being counted with qualifying, or people just got to go round again. I mean, you got 11 minutes, that's going to be 1 flying lap for the MX-5s, 2 flying laps for the RS.01s. Got a call to see how Smithy's getting on. Let's go find Smithy. As he's doing a high-speed through back end of the track. Not quite sure where he is right now. I think he's coming up to Carousel 2. Who's almost getting onto the straight, I believe. Although it depends, sometimes your outlaps do count. I remember at Bathurst, I ended up getting pole
on my own merit, but I had my outlap out the pits was several seconds quicker than everybody else, so it appeared I was on pole by about 3 seconds. In reality, I was on pole by about 2/10 because my outlap counted for some reason, and my pit lane was my box was right at the end of the pit lane, so it gave me an advantage because I came out straight after turn 1. I'm not quite sure how it works today. I mean, every track in AC is different. AC is a weird game. I know I say it every week on the stream, but AC is a weird game with a lot of weird features, let's call it. a lot of quirks that we've just had to grow to love and work our way around. Like, no proper broadcasting software. We also have a call to see how Finn is doing. I believe that is that Finn himself? Oh, as Smithy does a big drift through into turn 1 of the GP circuit. Hopefully he hasn't been his lap already there, but that looked definitely very, very cool. Let's go find Finn, see how Finn's getting on. This Finn also looks to be on the back end of the circuit, getting ready for his flying lap. Yeah, of course, the MX-5 is a manual car, so you do have to be careful with your downshift. Oh, that's Finn catching a bit of grass there. You do have to be careful on your downshifts in this car, because if you downshift in the wrong part of the corner, you know, if you treat this like it's a GT car or an open wheeler or something with a proper semi-automatic gearbox, you're gonna have a bad time. You gotta try and rev match and be careful. I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely buzzing for the start of the race. This is going to be fantastic. There's a lot of really, really good guys racing today in both classes, and a whole lot of action, a whole brand new challenge. It's going to be a complete event. And this is nice. This is kind of the first of some kind of, quote-unquote special events we have happening at Charged. I mean, this was never really meant. This wasn't really planned. At the end of RS.01, there were a couple of people who suggested this idea. We're like, hey, wouldn't this be fun? And we're like, yeah, why not? We have an open week at the end of the month. Let's do it. And we should have some more, longer, more cool events coming up very soon. So keep your eyes pinned to the Discord, as there will be lots of interesting things coming very soon. That is, of course, discord.me/charged. Charged Sim Racing. You can find it, I believe, in the description or on the Twitch channel as well. Twitch.tv/charged Sim Racing. All that good stuff is there. Thank you, Timon. Oh, what? No. Thank you very much to Ramos for gifting 5 Tier 1 subs. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for your continued support of Charge. That is so nice of you. Cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much for supporting the community. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to enjoy those subs out there. So gobble them up, everybody. That is so nice. Thank you so much, Ramos. I just can't wait till the race gets started now. It's a bit funny watching quali because no one's got any laps in yet. Because it's weird. See how Redshift's doing. Pounding round. I believe he's in, I think is this his livery? Might very well be his livery. I can't remember. Oh, that's awesome seeing all you guys get some free subs. Thanks again for us. Oh, was Redshift's really on the line there, but holding it spectacularly. That's some fantastic driving there, really on the limit. Of course, Nords is going to push you definitely up to 11 on the driving. Let's hope everyone can hold on. and again, getting some serious air. I'm not sure if these laps are actually valid, because I am seeing some laps on my AC remote. We currently have Patrese fastest with a 7:56. We have Redshift second with a 7:58, followed by Perea, Bogdan, Stefan, Lanton, Naughty, Mitchell, Shallow, Will, Boz, and Raj rounding out the RS.01 class so far. I'm not sure if they were all out laps, so they haven't appeared on the ACTV for some reason, but I'll keep you updated. Currently in the MX-5 class, to the surprise of absolutely no one, we have Toxic on pole with a 9:58, and in second is Tatsuya, third Sam Wadsworth. So I'll let you know if that changes, but for now, I'm getting conflicting information. As Bogdan is in the pit, so I imagine that's it for him. So now Patrese's coming absolutely pounding down the Dottinger Hill. Let's see if he can improve his time. It's already a very, very quick time of 7:56. Anything under 8 minutes in this car is monstrously quick. What do I think about Timon's new profile picture? I can't even remember what it is. Enlighten me. Oh, and I tell you what, this is looking like a really quick time from Patrese. This is going to be this is going to be illegal. Hang on. Oh my word! A 7:44.6 for Patrese. Oh lord, that is fast. It's a flying mini. Oh, I have seen it. But yeah, wow, that's a really impressive time from Patrese. As Perea sets a 7:46.7, so he's into second place now. Some really fast times coming in, as Redshift has also set, say, 7:56, so it looks like he had a little bit of trouble on his lap. These guys are going to get one more lap in the RS.01 though, so we'll see what they can do, one more chance. But I imagine their tyres are going to be screaming by this point, especially if they've been pounding around at the pace they have. Stefan is also joining the mix, as is Lanton. And that just goes to show you, look at the time difference. There's almost 20 seconds between the really fast guys and the guys who were just a little bit fast. Goes to show you how much knowing the Nords and having experience racing here really adds up. That is incredibly fast from Patrese. And Naughty Dragon and Perea. That is monstrous pace from those guys. Woo. I'm surprised actually there's only 2 seconds in it between the top three. That's remarkably close to the Nords actually. That would only be about 3 or 4 tenths of the normal circuit. So one more lap to see what everyone else can do. Will is making up the top 10 as well with an 8:11, sorry. But yeah, wow, that is just incredible. Almost 30 seconds between the RS.01s. Just goes to show you how much having experience on this track pays for us. Raj makes up the top 4 with a really good 7:55, another sub-8 time. Oh, I cannot believe those guys are in the 44s. That is so quick. As Raj has gone off and he's gone back to pits, that's going to be it for him. I'm sure these other guys are going to get another chance to see what they can do as Stefan's pounding around in his fantastic livery. Will not too far behind. Oh, Jukuzek didn't make a lap because he had to restart the rail to 2000 ping. Oh, I'm sorry, Jukuzek. Well, to be honest, if you're starting from the back, that means you're going to be out the way when everyone crashes, so you'll be fine. Best of luck in the race. Oh, Stefan pounding around the Nords right now, looking fantastic. See how Patrese's getting on. Let's look at his delta. He's up by 1 second almost on his delta, so Patrese's really going for it today. Oh, he's bouncing off the curbs. And what about Naughty Dragon? Naughty Dragon is also up half a second, so anything could be happening with these guys today. And the more laps you do stay, everyone's just going to get quicker and quicker. Oh, Perea is also up a second, so big improvements coming from a lot of the bigger hitters in RS.01. Raj has gone back out again, but he will not get another lap, so let's see. We have Redshift is currently about the same time he was at, but I'm sure he's got plenty of time to make up. Stefan also improving big at the moment, as is Mitchell. Lanton about the same time as well. We're still waiting to see any valid MX-5 laps, but I imagine they might all be done by now, or soon to finish. We currently still have Toxic on provisional pole with a 9:58. He's a good 4 seconds clear of Tatsuya in second, so anything could happen. For context, the quickest lap in the other split is 8:19. Goes to show the guys that have been running in the championships the massive amount of skill and talent there from all these guys who are setting just monstrously fast sub 8 laps today. Just whew, take my hat off to them. And Patrese still up, and he's just ragging that car to the absolute limit. Of course, honk if you like gaming, one of the many charged game nights mottos. has now officially become canon in the rich tapestry of charged memes. I cannot thank Zyph enough for the absolutely incredible work he did on the track skin this week. It was just really so far above and beyond what you would expect. Usually it just put a few charge logos somewhere and make everything blue, but Zyph saw it this week and he was like, you know what, no, I'm going to go hard, and he really did. The fact there's a toilet with Steven's face on it is just everything you need to know. And of course you have my low polygon sons watching over and making sure everyone's racing safely. Patrese's over the halfway point of the lap now, and he's 1.5 seconds up. This is going to be an absolutely monstrous lap if he can pull it off. Let's hope he can keep stable. Naughty Dragon as well, he's making up time but not quite enough. He's got to really have a dynamite second half to his lap if he wants to nab that pole. As Priya comes through the carousel, he is also 1 second up, but he's got to find another couple seconds if he wants to try and beat Patrese, who I think is going to be unmatched today. Woo-wee! Hi Chat on Fire, how's it going? Shout out in the chat. Are you racing in Daytona in a couple weeks' time? Have a look at Mitchell, and he's almost dead on his previous time, so he's looking pretty good in 7th place. He's got a bit of a buffer to Lantern behind him, but he's got to make up 6 seconds if he wants to catch Stefan, so we're going to have to see a real monster lap from Mitchell if he wants to try and ascend. Ah, nice, cool, yeah, I'm racing in P2 as well. I'll see you on the track. As Tachanka looks like he's having some trouble, and ooh-wee. I think these guys are just doing donuts because they've all finished. And of course, with the lap, well, the session being over, we are now in overtime. That's okay. We now have Pika and Trundle all doing some burnouts at the end. Let's see how Will's getting on. Will is up 10 seconds on his lap, so Will's going to be looking good for the top 7 if he can keep it up and just keep it steady on the track. Do you know who my teammates are, Jet? Do you know who my teammates are? I think Will might have had a little whoopsie. Oh, Jet has just joined. Good luck. I think Will had a little oopsie on his previous lap, so it's good to see him getting it together. Let's see. Shallow Water is also back in the pits. He is done, as is Lantern. Boz is up 3 seconds on his lap, so he might be able to nab that 10th place if Will gets into trouble. As Mitchell is still trying to find time. Let's try and see. Redshift is up 10 seconds as well, so Redshift's going to be potentially going for pole as well. Let's see where Patrese is. He's coming down the Dottinger Her now. He's lost some time somewhere. He's only 6/10 up now. He was 1.5 seconds up at some point, so he must have had a little whoopsie somewhere, but that might be enough to guarantee his pole. Naughty Dragon is 1.6 seconds up. Oh, no, he isn't. That's Perea. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a close one. Now let's see, I think Patrese's about to extend his provisional pole by a nice amount here, but it might not be enough. Let's see what he can do. And that's 0.8 faster with a 43.8. That is incredibly quick. Naughty Dragon's coming down. Where is Redshift? Redshift is coming up as well. Let's see what he can do. He's 11 seconds up on his previous time. That's going to put him up. Perea goes second. He will not take pole position today. What can Redshift do? As he moves up into 4th place ahead of Raj. Naughty Dragon is... he's also lost some time. He's found some traffic. He's hit Mary DeBera. Oh, that's going to be agonising for Naughty. I can just see his delta ebbing away. He's only going to make up a 10th or 2 at best here. So it looks like Naughty Dragon... Oh, but as I say that, Perea has now gone 2nd place. And Naughty Dragon will be third, Redshift fourth. Mitchell was the only driver still on a lap, so he will be out in a second. Actually, as I say that, Will and Boz also on laps. Will is 12 seconds up, so he's got his eyes firmly on that 7th place. But let's see how much is Mitchell improving by. Mitchell, of course, with the green Apple car coming thundering down. Always like Mitchell's Apple liveries. Oh no, and as I say that, Mitchell's absolutely binned it. Oh no, that's going to be it for him. He's gone back to the pits, so that 7th place is going to be ripe for the picking from either Will or Boz, depending on how their laps are going. Or Will not getting the cleanest final corner there. I imagine your tyres are going to be aching after a couple laps of this. 20 minutes on softs. Whew. And Will is 11 seconds up, and he secures 7th place. That's a great little comeback from Will. And Boz needs to do a little bit of work if he wants to get out of 11th place. He can maybe snap 10th from shallow water if he makes up a little bit of time in the next few corners. Be brave, Boz, be brave. I'll tell you what, he sent it right there. That was some great, great driving, and he's making time. This might be enough, let's see. Across the line. He's got about 5.5 seconds to make up. I think he's going to be a little bit shy. It's a nice improvement from Boz, but it doesn't quite get 10th place. And I think Toxic is the only driver left on a lap. Let's see, where is he? And he's going up the hill. So he might be here for some time. Let's pull over and stop. You're already on pole. I think he's stopping. Good boy. Oh my word. There we go. Qualifying is done. That didn't take a million years. So we have Patrese on par with Perea second, and Naughty Dragon and Redshift all within 2 seconds. I tell you what, that's a stunning qualifying from those guys, and it's crazy how you have 4 drivers within 2 seconds, and then the next cars are more than 10 seconds behind. So you can tell who knows the Nords and who's good at it, and these guys are really above all. Where Toxic takes pole by a very hearty 4 seconds from Sam Wadsworth. Sam Wadsworth, a really, really impressive performance, I have to say. He's out-qualified some really, really quick guys in this split, so nice to see him make a return to racing on charge. And I know, according to Will, he's a bit of a hot lap specialist, so what's more perfect for hot lapping than Nords? All you have to do is hot lap it 7 times and you're going to win. So we'll see. I think Sam definitely could be on with a really good shout for victory today if Toxic gets into any trouble. And then CD in 3rd place. And following CD, the pack is pretty tight for MX-5, so it's going to be a really interesting race today. I can't wait to see how this all pans out. I can send you a setup if you want really quick, Jet. Hang on. Where is it? I'll send it to you real quick, hang on. You got it? Awesome, good job. Yeah, don't change much. I would say put the anti-roll bar down on the rear. Pressures are fine. Max fuel, you're going to have to take a pit stop. Yeah, put the anti-roll bar down on the rear. It'll make it a little bit safer. Put the toe all the way up, and watch out, your tyres will get cold. That's my only thing I can say. Watch your tyre temps, because that's going to be the biggest problem. So let's go and try and find the cars. Of course, they are all the way back on the Dottinger, and I'm now having to fly through in the dark because AC doesn't like you being too far away from other cars. Here we are. And I have to say, look at this for a grid. Whoo-wee! Look at that. Here we are. Oh, my FPS is taking a hit. This is going to be a scary start to the race. Look at this fantastic grid. All these MX-5s and RS.01s. Spectacular sight to see. I think we have 13 RS.01s and 19 MX-5s. Just look at that. Okay, well hopefully there's an admin on top of that time. And do you know what driver it is? Name and shame them. Yeah, rolling start should be, as long as you're in voice chat, Finn, rolling start should be okay. Tachanga, oh, okay. I thought Tachanga's in this split. Tachanka is in this split, okay. We'll see. I'm not familiar with who he is, so, yeah, Tachanga is in this split. Is he punting people? I will just try and I'll just take care of that. Hang on. Oh, everyone's driving. That's the thing, though. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, it is very frustrating. Okay, he murdered Boz. Okay, I've sent a message. I'll see what we can do. I know that I think everyone's driving today. I believe it should be that RS.01s were only for guys with pro licenses. Fox, oh, okay. Yeah, RS.01s should be Tachanka. Well, I mean, I don't know. I've just heard Tachanka. But Split B P2. Not sure what that means. Yeah, RS.01s were only for people with licenses, so I'm not familiar with him, and I don't believe he has a license, so I'm not sure how he slipped past on that one, but there aren't any admins here. Dario with a 744 in split P2. Wow, Dario's really got some pace. As we have 30 seconds to go till the start of the race. This is going to be an interesting one to say the least. Woo-wee! But yeah. Fastest boy around from Toxic. That's a pretty cool livery. Good boy. Of course, it is going to be a rolling start. Let's see. Let's name and shame anyone who jumps it and doesn't realise it's a rolling start. I hope everyone's being told. And everyone's getting away slowly, looking clean so far. No one's causing any crashes. I don't believe it. We've actually coordinated the rolling start. Let's keep an eye on everyone, see how it goes. Looks to me like they're going all okay. Let's see. No one's crashing so far. Let's go have a look in the MX-5 split. It's all going alright so far. Ooh, I'm terrified. I predict a crash for the start too, but it looks alright so far. Patresi's doing his best to back up the pack. It's good that we've got some experienced drivers at the front today who can make sure that everything goes off well, as we see all these cars just thundering down the straight now. Wowee. This is really, really quite special to watch. And I believe everyone's getting away. Everyone at the back of the pack looks okay too. But the snake is so big. Anyway, let's see as we come into the first turn. Patresi takes the lead in RS.01. He looks pretty unrivaled as I believe behind him. That is Perea and Naughty Dragon having a great fight. And they are away. Let's see how MX-5s are doing. They are also doing okay. I believe everyone's made it through. I can't see anyone in trouble too much. I think there's... there's someone there. I think that's... driver in Alexander's livery, but everyone looks to be relatively okay. I think we managed to actually be pretty murder-free. I'm not sure who that is in last. We will find out. The timing has not popped up for me yet, so we'll do our best to see. We currently have, yeah, relatively clean. We have Patresi out in front. We've got Naughty Dragon and Perea battling hard for second place right now. We have Toxic in the lead of the MX-5 split as well. Yeah, that was remarkably clean. Very, very few crashes, I have to say. Here we go. It's finally starting to show up. So, Patresi is in pole, Perea second, Naughty Dragon third, Redshift fourth, and you can already see these guys have just disappeared. They've separated with the pack so quickly, and I think that's Shallow Water and Mitchell dropping a couple places there. Maybe they had just a little bit of an off. But all looks good. MX-5s are starting to show up as T-Boy, Toxic, Sam, Didio, CD all starting to show up. Everyone's looking alright so far. There's Trundle pounding around in his Aussie tribute mobile. Who do I need to stan, Robot Beep TV? You know what? That's up to you. Let me know who you stan when you decide who it is. You can, of course, stan the commentator, and you can stan Charge Sim Racing, Twitch.tv. Subscribe now! As Trundle's looking to set up a move, and I think that's Tachanka's having trouble already. I think he might be on his own a little bit for this race, and hopefully that will minimise his risk. But of course, we'll have a look, and if it turns out he is in RS.01 when he wasn't supposed to be, that is not good. And he's lagging quite heavily across the track. I might start a vote kick if he causes any problems, but this is, yeah, not good. Ooh-wee. Yeah, he doesn't have pro license, and RS01s are for licensed drivers only, so this is a bit much for me. Hang on. Anyway, Naughty Dragon and Perea are battling hard, so I'll keep an eye on Tachanka and I'll see if anyone gets close to him at any point, what we can do about it. I have messaged the admins, but they are busy, so they are racing, so... It looks like he's getting on okay now, but we will of course follow that as we go. We might have to get in touch with him if there are any issues. Anyway, the fight for second place is still going hard between Naughty Dragon and Perea. I'll tell you what, seeing these guys absolutely thundering around the Nords this close to each other is really spectacular. And Pikaroshi's had a little bit of an off. That's such a shame. Get back on it. At least he can catch up, as Finn is looking to have some trouble as well, a couple corners behind, but it's all relatively safe so far. I tell you what, Sam is giving Toxic an absolute run in the MX-5s. Go on, Sam. If you can beat Toxic, then you're doing damn well, because he is rocket fast. That's rushed by, losing a place to Castro and Driptex there. As Mitchell and Shallowwater are changing places as well. There's all sorts of action going on right now. I tell you what, there are so many cars, it's hard to keep up. As that gap for second and third has just spread back to 1 second now, as Shallowwater getting a bit hairy on the curbs there. Ooh-wee. Well, I don't know if that might just be lag. Will is catching up on the back of Raj-tastic though. He's looking to have a run, and I have to say, look at that pack behind him. All four of these cars running so thunderously close, and all you need to do is just, you know, get one corner a little bit wrong and it's all over. Such is Nords' life. Patrazi's already got a nice 2-second gap on the rest of the pack though, so he's looking really confident in first place. Oh, and Shallowwater's had an off, and he's in the barrier. Luckily, he's got a bit of a gap between the Tachanka and the MX-5, so he should be okay. Let's see how he gets on. I think he's going to be all safe right now. The Tachanka is catching up, so... that's a shame for Shallows. Hopefully he can get back in the fight. Of course, it is 1 hour, and everyone's going to get caught out by the green hell at some point, so... definitely don't cash your chips in yet if you have a crash. There's a whole lot of action still to come. I just can't get over how quickly these guys are racing with each other. It's absolutely mad. As Didio has passed CD to get up to 3rd place in MX-5, and Driptex has fallen behind Rush by. Naughty Dragon is catching back up to Perea though. Wowee. I mean, these two have had their fair share of battles over the last 7 weeks in RS.01, so... Of course, Naughty Dragon did take the overall championship, but I have to say, Perea missing 1 race was a big part of that. I think if Perea had not missed that 3rd race, 2nd race, I believe, if he hadn't missed the Nurburgring GP round, he really could have had one hand on that trophy going into the final round. A bunch of just spectacular drivers here today, and of course, Patrazi and Redshift are also in the top 6 in that championship. So, an absolute supreme delight to see so many good racing drivers just absolutely pounding it around the world's most kind of famous racing circuit. I tell you what, if Naughty can keep up to the Dutton on that big straight, he might be able to slipstream him. I'm not quite sure what the slipstream effect is like, but he's definitely within range. I think if you're about 6 or 7 tenths behind, you're going to pick up that toe and pass, and that straight is so damn long, especially on the uphill section. That draft is going to help you immensely, and Naughty just absolutely pounding it. I cannot believe he can handle that car so quickly. Oh, and I tell you what, a move is coming here really quickly with these guys. I wonder if Naughty Dragon can get past Perea. He might even have a run at first place. And I know that Naughty Dragon just gets faster and faster as races and weekends tend to go. He's one of those jammy guys who doesn't practice very much and is just naturally really quick. So I'm sure as the race gets on, he's going to get even faster and faster. And Patrese might have to watch it. So here we go. He's about 6 tenths behind, which is a little bit far back for the slipstream effect. I know AC is not the most generous game for slipstream, but let's see. I don't think he's quite going to be close enough. If he'd gotten a couple tenths closer, he might well be in there, but the gap isn't really coming down. You'd think at 300k, you'd really start feeling that slipstream. It's coming down to 4 tenths now. I don't think he's going to be quite close enough. 414. It's also dependent on your gearing as well. I tell you what, this is going to have to be the move of the century if Naughty's going to go for this, going into the chicanes. Whoo-wee, they are close. We might see some action turn 1 of the GP circuit, but no, he's made up a couple tenths, but he's still not quite close enough. Let's see what can Naughty do going into turn 1. This time he might be a bit closer and he might be able to get the draft. Thank you, Alex98, for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. That's 2 months. You're on a 2-month sub streak. Thank you so much for all the support. Naughty's going for the move. I don't believe it. Into turn 1. Can he do it? And Perea is off. I think Perea has gone. No, Perea has disconnected. Oh no, that is so sad. Oh, that's absolutely heartbreaking. I think Perea must have had some server issues. As CD has disconnected as well, I think there are maybe some server-side disconnects going on. Oh, that's such a shame for these guys. Ugh. Oh, poor Perea. Oh, that's really heartbreaking to see him and Naughty Dragon going really hard for the win there. Oh, it's absolutely heartbreaking. Well, hopefully now Naughty can get a move on, see if he can catch Patrese, and hopefully Perea can rejoin. Oh. He definitely won't be last by any stretch if he can rejoin, but oh, that's such a shame. Other than that, people are starting to spread out a little bit now. Everyone's kind of just getting into the groove of me. It's only lap 1. You don't want to too fast for us humans. He's gone back to planet speed. There's a huge train of cars here right now with Druptex, Rush by Castrol and Smithy all in really close proximity to each other. So yeah, that was such a shame. I was ready for another lap of battling with those guys. See what Jim can do as he has Driptex breathing down him. I tell you what, this will be fun to see how the MX-5s draft. And I'll tell you what, by the time, if Driptex gets ahead of Rushby here, by the time he's ahead, Rushby will just be able to draft back again. Let's see, does he pull back behind? He's trying to. Oh my word, that's getting really close. Driptex is not letting him. Oh, this is so close, racing between these two guys. I think Rushby's trying to drop back behind so he can pick up the toe again, but now they've gone up the hill. All of Driptex's toe has gone, so they've just ended up side by side. The absolute lawnmower beast, and they're still side by side for the whole straight. Coming into the chicane, what's going to happen? I hope there's no contact, and I think that is Rushby taking the place back. Let's see what can Driptex do. Can he get fire back on him going into turn 1? As I think Raj is in trouble as well. Looks like Raj had a little spin. He's lost the place to Lantern, but you know, luckily Nurbs is a big place, so he can get back on it. Let's go back to. Oh, I think Driptex has now dropped back a little bit. Yeah, going through the chicane, so that battle's cooled off for a little bit. Sam Wordsworth is still keeping up. He's only 2 seconds back from Toxic, so again, the fight for first place could really be on with those guys. The gap in RS.01 is now 5 seconds to Patrese and Naughty Dragon, so Naughty Dragon has to pull something really special out if he wants to catch Patrese, but I think this might be Patrese's day today. Redshift looking really good in third place with a nice gap over Will, but Will is really on it. He definitely looked like he's gotten better as the day's gone on. His first lap in qualifying was a bit slow, but he definitely really improved, and the fact that he's sitting there in 4th place right now is really good. We also have Stefan and Lantern holding on, doing great, and Raj, after his little spin, is keen to get back in the action with Bogdan in 8th place. Oh, I feel so bad for Perea with that disconnect. Oh, as I say that, Bogdan is in the wall. Hopefully he can get back on it. Oh, he's facing the wrong way. That's a tough part of the track, but luckily he's got a bit of a gap before Boz. And I think, was that shallow water off? Or no? That's all good. So Mitchell and Boz are now fighting. Boz up to 8th place. Boz doing a great job keeping it on the track and staying out of trouble right now. I don't know who Tachanka is. Tachanka is a non-licensed driver who somehow snuck his way into the race, and we would normally... Oh, Stefan is off. Let's see what happened to Stefan. Oh, and he's sitting in the wall, unfortunately, but he's facing the right way as Raj comes back past him, so hopefully Stefan can get back on it. Let's go back to that fight with Mitchell and Boz. But yeah, Tachanka was... shouldn't be in the RS.01, but it was too... By the time it was caught, it was too late, unfortunately. But... he's on his own right now. He's got a gap, a minute between him, and he's off again. There's a minute between him and Bogdan at the back of RS.01. There's a minute between him and Toxic. But if he causes trouble, I could start a vote kick. I'm not sure who he is, and I think he just joined without reading the event rules. As long as he stays on his own and doesn't bother anyone, that's fine. But when the RS.01 starts a lap, the MX-5s, that might be a problem, so we'll have to see. I believe he is in the voice chat now, and there are admins in the voice chat. And as I say that, Mitchell gets moved on Boz. Boz just ran a little bit wide there, and Tachanka is still having problems. Let's see, where is he? And he's stuck in the pits, in the gravel, sorry. And I think that might be it for him. And Tachanka has DNF'd, so that problem is resolved at the very least. Well, you're more welcome to come race with us next time, Tachanka, as long as you just make sure you read all the rules. We do have license splits and open splits. Of course, license splits are for licensed drivers who've been charged for a little bit and have proven they're capable of handling top split cars and top split races. You know, these are our absolute best drivers, and you know they want to be able to race each other without having to worry about people who are either inexperienced or not really in the right place. So definitely, if you want to race this again, come back, but you got to enter the open races and the open categories. Make sure, it's a good advice for everyone, make sure you read all the information on the Discord. I know there's a lot of it, but it will help you, and reading all that saves someone having to explain it to you. Oh, I think Raj has had a problem again. He's facing the right way at least, so he can get back on the move, but I think he might have just overcooked it there as Stefan is now back up into 6th place. Tell you what, the gap between first has come down. Naughty is catching back up to Patrese, it seems, a little bit at a time. As Mitchell, who's also having a cracking race, is now past Raj after his little off-track accident, and Boz is not far behind as well. These guys are having a fantastic day. Yeah, that's one thing I have learned from being a Discord moderator, is people don't read things. Even staff don't read things. Even the admins don't read things sometimes. So it's important to make I mean, it's an interesting part of running a community, because you can't just expect people to read massive walls of text for everything. You have to try and find ways to phrase things in positive ways and make it, like... Well, yeah, and also not everyone's first language is English. So, and I mean, the server is run in English, and not everyone can understand massive walls of text in English, and if it's not their first language, and it's very kind of digital colonial of that's just how the world works, unfortunately. But yeah, it's important to try and make information accessible to as many people as possible without it being too intimidating. But we do always try and have, like, for example, we make it as open as possible. You can ask any member of staff any question at any time, no matter how stupid. I get asked some really stupid questions, and instead of saying, oh, just read the message, I always try and help my best. And all the staff, we spend a lot of time on the human element of running the community to make sure that everyone is, welcome, and they feel safe and understood, and that they can ask people and they're not going to feel stupid for asking questions, or no one's going to yell at them. So we try and put a lot of effort into that. But still, often people just join shit without reading, so it's just something you have to deal with. As I say that, Rushby and Castrol have changed places in 17th and 18th. Looking at the top half of the MX-5, it is really close with all of these guys, I have to say. Toxic and Sam have just kind of disappeared up the road, but Sam is still doing a fantastic job of hanging on to Toxic, and he's prime if anything is going to happen to Toxic, so who knows. Jet on Fire, I have to say, doing a great job as well, considering he jumped into the race. He was in the Twitch chat at the end of qualifying, jumped into the race, and he's already up to 20th, so Jet's having a great time right now. He's got a huge pack of cars in him as Raj has got past Mitchell. Sorry to Raj and Mitchell for missing that one. Couldn't catch it. But I tell you what, this is just great racing from these guys. Coming down the Dottinger, I think Mitchell might be just about close enough. Oh, I say that, the Delta just went up to 6:10, so maybe not quite close enough to nab the position from Raj, but maybe after the straight. I think Mitchell's falling back here. He's maybe... Oh, I'm looking at his top speed. That's what's going to be hurting him. He's not got the top speed. As Jet on Fire has got past Driptex, he's up into 19th place. Funny thing, it was actually the start of this lap that we're on was when we lost Perea, unfortunately, you know, good 8 minutes ago, and that's such a shame. I was really looking forward to seeing him and Naughty have a battle, but for whatever reason we just lost him, unfortunately. But I have to say, there have been no massive crashes. There have been a few offs, but no massive multi-car crashes, no mass disconnects, no server issues so far, so I'm very pleased. As I say that, Jet on Fire does an absolute drift through the carousel there, looking fantastic. Well, good luck to Jet. Hope he can fire his way up the grid. As Stefan's having a little bit of an excursion there on the weird mini corner. I believe, Alex, the MX-5s will need to pit. RS.01s should not need to pit, but MX-5 should. We see Stefan gearing up for another lap of the ring. We've still got 40 minutes to go, guys, so plenty of action still to come. The gap for first place has gone back up again to 5.6 seconds, so Patrese is really in his element today. He's just storming ahead, and Sam Wadsworth is 4 seconds also behind Toxic, so leader's looking pretty comfortable right now, but of course you need a big buffer at Nords because anything could go wrong at any time. Whew, this track is difficult. Tell you what, Driptex and Jet are still part of this massive pack right now. I tell you what, I bet Jet on Fire is having a whole lot of fun right now. He's definitely about to get some Twitch stonks. I bet he's having a great time right now. Imagine just jumping in and being in a really competitive race straight away and having a good time. So funny, he was asking for a setup about 30 seconds before the race started. Well, he's having a great time. Looks like he's doing really well. He's now looking to make a move on Castellar. With Rush by ahead of him. This is a great pack of cars here. I have to cut to this, I have to say. We have Shallow Water, Boz and Bogdan all absolutely within millimetres of each other coming through. I can't remember what this turn's called, but the fast left one that goes into the tight right one. And Shallow goes for the move. Oh, and Shallow just bonks Boz wide. Oh my word, the 3 wide. Look at this. Absolutely insane racing from these guys here. Shallow Water with a bit of an aggro move there. And Bogdan is on the grass. Oh my lord, he holds it together though. This is some fantastic action. Whoo-wee. Absolutely terrifying racing there, but Shallow with an aggressive move has got through as Jet on Fire has dropped back. They're now in a massive slipstream battle with the Triptex. Oh my word. As Castellar and Rushby are also drafting side by side. Look at this, like formation driving. Look at this. Mad stuff. I think Shallow's probably going to get the drop a little bit on Bogdan after he pulls away. Bars must have had an instant because he's now back down to 11th. He was running in 7th place at one point in the race. But the second half of RS.01 is really, really tight. As Jet on Fire looking up to make up some ground here through these chicanes. Ooh, and you see his car just bouncing around over those curbs. Great car control from Jet there. As he's looking in a nice place here to maybe catch up on Jim and Castellar, who are probably a bit preoccupied battling each other. And I'll see there, Jet on Fire, 7 seconds faster than the cars around him on that last lap. So he's really got some pace in this MX-5 today. Looks like Castrol's going for the move. And Jet might slip in by as well. Might get the double on Rush by. Might have been caught napping a little bit there. Come on, camera. No, and the battle's still going on. Castellar's still ahead. Again, fantastic close racing from these guys. I can't believe after 20 minutes of Nordshleife, these guys are still within seconds. I think there might have been some contact there. There was! And I think Rushby just caught Castellar, and stopping on track was a little bit hairy there, but everyone's through. Although that's put Jet on Fire up to 17th, and I think that's a little customary light flash from Jim saying, oh, sorry there. That's now released Jet, who's now got 2 seconds between him and Smithy, and he could really be he could even be having a sniff at a podium today. Tatsuya in 3rd place is only about 10 seconds up the road, so definitely watch the space for Jet on fire. Woo-wee! Bogdan is still managing to keep on the back of Shallow Water. He hasn't lost him just yet. Now Fox is catching up to the back of the pack behind Rush By. As Trundle and Meridabera are also getting close. And ooh, Bogdan really has to stamp on the anchors there to keep the car under control. That was a big slide. You know what? With Tachanka DNFing it, I'm at least not concerned about any MX-5 murder that may happen. As Shallow Water gets a bump over the carousel, and oh, I don't believe there's been contact with Bogdan. And Bogdan's going to slow down almost certainly for that. That looked like netcode for me. I know that Shallow Water does sometimes have a high ping, and there's a lot of CPU occupancy going on here, but I'm sure Bogdan will give him that one back when Shallow catches up. I think, yeah, that was just a huge netcode spike there. Unfortunately, there's just nothing you can do about that sometimes. I could see that Bogdan reacted to Shallow getting a little bit loose over the carousel, but sometimes when it's netcode, there's not much you can do. As I see now, Shallow looks a bit teleporty on the track, so that's just natural given the fact that he's on the other side of the planet. So hopefully he can get back in it. These guys can keep fighting. But again, oh, such tremendous tight racing from these guys. As the Castrol R train is still rushed by and Fox now. As Jet on Fire is now 3 seconds behind Smithy, so he's got some work to do. As Raj and Stefan are trading places as well. Not sure what happened there. Looks like Stefan might have had a little trip in the grass as Raj has already gone. 2 seconds up the road. Whoo-wee! Oh, I've got to cut to this great battle here between Rushby and Fox. Look how close these guys are. I know I keep spamming that, but I can't help but bring it up every time. If I was racing this race, I'd be terrified to go side by side with anyone. Whoo-wee! It's amazing looking at the gradient changes. The cars just go completely out of view. And they are still side by side coming into the fast right. Big braking zone, and Fox is going for it. That's a very confident dive, and Patrese sets a 747 in racing. That is absurd pace from Patrese. That was a really nice move from Fox there as he takes 20th, and I believe that Lantern has had an off. Oh, poor Lantern has dropped all the way back down to 11th. I think he was running maybe 6th or 7th before that. That's such a shame for Lantern. Hopefully he can get back in the fight. Luckily, he's got a fair few cars around him. As Mitchell and Stefan are really close to Raj now, there is a whole lot of action going on here. Look at that, just a big 3-wide train, and Mitchell's going to be getting double draft from both of these guys, but I think Mitchell either has some kind of wrong gearing, because while the other guys are topping out over 300, Mitchell's only hitting 283, and he's just falling away. Well, Stefan's hitting 297, but Raj is well into the 300s, so definitely think there's some setup work going there, and that's helping keep Raj nice and safe from the slipstreams. Of course, MX-5 doesn't really have that luxury with fixed gearing and no downforce, so it's a lot more strategic with the slipstreaming. As Pika Roshi looks to have had a little off and just dropped back, and Trundle also has dropped back behind Meridabera. It's so hard keeping the car on the track on Nords for 1 hour. As Mitchell setting an 8:02 and Bogdan setting an 8:00. Lots of action still to come. I cannot believe there's almost a 30-second difference in lap times between the RS.01s, between the guys like Patrese, who are really, really Nordshleife experienced, and some of the guys who might just have jumped in. A lot of guys running 0 rear wing, I have from Ramos, so yeah, I'm not surprised if they're hitting 315 on the straights. I'd be running it too. All you have to do is just park it on the main circuit, hold everyone up, and then just disappear on the straight, and then repeat. Rushby is still on Fox, wanting to get back his 19th place after that brilliant late braking move from Fox a couple corners ago. To say that Mitchell and Stefan are still really, really close. Let's see what they can do coming into the GP circuit. Maybe the chicane's going to be the place for an overtake as Mitchell, using all the track there. It's a very conservative run over the chicane. You can really hit that chicane if you want. You can fly over it. as Raj and Stefan and Mitchell all really close, and looks like Boz has been passed by Shallow Water, so Shallow's making his way back up to Bogdan after that little punt. I think Bogdan might meekly give him that place back after that little netcode touch, and Boz getting a little bit wide there. He's got Lantern hounding him here as Lantern sends it up the inside. That's a very tidy move. Definitely caught Boz napping there, but he did a great job of leaving enough room and allowing that overtake to happen cleanly, because it was definitely clear that Lantern was like, nope, I'm going for it. Get out my way. Let's go back and follow that battle with Mitchell and Stefan. Whoo-wee! So close. Unironically, this is the cleanest weekly we've had maybe ever. It's quite hard to crash into each other when there's like 20 miles of track. As Lantern has had an off. Oh, that's such a shame for Lantern. Looks like he's ate the barrier hard there as Boz has got back past the gap between Naughty and Perea. Oh, something happened. Oh, I think Naughty Dragon's had a problem. Oh, something has happened. I think Naughty Dragon might have made some contact there with... who is that MX-5 behind him? I think Naughty might have had a problem there because the gap was 4 seconds. That was Finn. Oh, that's such a shame. The gap was down to 4 seconds, and I think Naughty might have had some contact because his car looks squirrely as heck now. He might have had some contact with a lap car and maybe lost some time, but he's still looking pretty safe in second place, but I think he's way too far back from Patrese now. I mean, the difference in pace between them was so minor anyway. I think making up 10 seconds might be a bit insurmountable for him. Unless Patrese has some problems with lap traffic too. Damage is not on, Alex. It's a weekly race. We don't run damage in weekly races. Oh, that is such a shame to see Patrese's main rivals falling into trouble today. Of course, Perea had a disconnect. That was absolutely heartbreaking. You can take pit stops, Mikhail. I think RS.01s do not need to pit, although you might choose to, because having a car on full fuel is going to be a bit hairy. MX-5s will have to pit, though, so definitely keep an eye out for that in the next couple laps. But yeah, if we had damage on, it would be a hairy race. A yellow 13. Yeah, Mitchell's been having a decent race up until now. He's hanging out in 8th. Oh, as Meredith looks to have had a little off there. But he's back on track, so no massive harm there. He lost his place to Trundle, but we'll have to work to get it back up. But yeah, Mitchell for a long time was in a fantastic battle with Stefan and Rajtastic, but I think he just had a little bit of a whoopsie and dropped back a place. I think RS.01 you can do the whole race without pitting. I think you will have to take full fuel, but I think it's doable. Oh, and Niels has gotten some trouble as well, unfortunately. He drops back down to 26th place. But again, he's back on it. I mean, any mistakes on the Nords are not that bad. You will recover. And something's going to happen to the person ahead of you as well. Stefan and Raj are still toe-to-toe right now, as they have been for quite some time. Woo-wee! As I say that, Naughty Dragon has made up almost 3 seconds since his little off, so I don't know if Patrese's had some trouble too. I imagine Patrese's picking his way through the traffic right now. I did see Naughty Dragon passing Finn, who is a good 45 seconds behind the rest of the MX-5s, but I know the RS.01 is 2 laps faster. Just look at this, he's just pounding it round, but on his Delta, Patrese has lost 5 seconds this lap, so he must have had some little trouble. We look at Naughty Dragon's Delta, he's lost 8 seconds this lap. Oh, that is heartbreaking. I tell you what, if that incident to Naughty Dragon hadn't happened, he very well might be in the lead of this race right now, as Jet on Fire makes another place and is up to 16th, which is 5th in the MX-5 split, so Jet on Fire can get a move on, he can make the podium today. He's got about 15 seconds to make up by the end of the race, so if he keeps his head down, that very well could happen. Stefan and Raj are still fighting. These guys have been absolutely gladiatoring it out. Yeah, I don't believe you will need to save fuel in the RS.01. MX-5s are pitting now. Yes, they are, as Fox and Farwell are in the pits. I wonder if some guys are going to be 50-50ing it and some are just brimming the tank up and then driving on fresher tyres and fuel at the end. I hope everyone set their tyre pressures correctly in their pit boxes. Oh, there's some lap traffic there. Woo-wee! I think that might be Finn, and I think he might have definitely had a code brown seeing two racing RS.01s thundering past him. We'll stick on this battle between between Raj and Stefan right now in case anything happens. Thank you, Alex. Cheers. I'll look forward to seeing you racing them next time, hopefully. Oops, sorry, I just clinked my microphone. We do, of course, have Split B live on twitch.tv/chargedgamenights. If you want to see the other split. Oh, Boz is in some trouble. Looks like he's... Oh, no, he's still recovering from it. Oh, no, he's facing the wrong way, too. Oh, poor Boz. I'm not sure if he got punted there or he just had a bit of bad luck, but hopefully Boz can stay in it, and you never know what might happen. Yeah, thank you, Ren, for posting that. But yeah, thank you very much for enjoying the stream, everyone. Of course, I'm super grateful to the subscribers and donators we've received today. You guys are absolute heroes. Thank you so much for supporting the community. Thanks for being here and watching and having a good old time with me. I'm not going to lie, I do wish I was driving today. But, you know, duty calls. As Shallow Water is really pounding in on Mitchell following on the Dodger Her. He's made up some time and he's definitely eager to get back in it. Although he wants to go back after Bogdan and get that 7th place back. It was the net code took from him. Though it's nice to see Mitchell racing in a weekly. He doesn't always race in the weekly, so it's really nice to see Mitchell here. And oh my word, Shallow with the dive bomb from hell. Oh my word, that was ballsy. And you know what? He hasn't pulled it off, unfortunately. That was a very brave move. And Mitchell saw it coming and left him plenty of room. But optimistic from Shallow, and he's going for it again. I don't believe it. I'll tell you what, moves like that are gonna end in heartbreak. I wouldn't personally recommend doing them myself, but he's very eager to get past. Are we going to see another huge dive bomb going into this cursed little mini corner? Oh no, but Shallow aborts that one very, very late. Kvyat spec torpedo, yeah. I'll tell you what, that would make Kvyat jealous. Woo-wee. Mitchell's doing a great job of holding on despite this incredibly intimidating display of driving. Oh, that's Pikaroshi also having a code brown as two RS01s come thundering past him, and let's see if these guys can keep it up. It looks like Stefan's dropped back a little bit from Raj, but we'll keep monitoring that gap and see if those guys keep battling again. Everyone's pretty spread out at the moment, I have to say. Jet on Fire has already taken a huge chunk out of the gap between him and Didio. He's taken about 2.5 seconds off so far this lap, so I'll keep an eye on that one too. Mitchell seems to be pulling away a little bit now they've got onto the Nordshleife itself. Oh, and that was so close to the grass there. That was really on the limit driving from Shallow Water. That was terrifying there, but he held it on and is maintaining the gap as an MX-5 is coming up ahead. If Shallow Water's going to go for a move here, he's going to have to pass 2 cars, not one. Are we going to see a Hakkinen, Schumacher, and what's his name? Oh no, what's his name? As Niels just darts out the way. Ricardo's onto, that's it. No, we're not going to see a Hakkinen pass there. I think Shallow's going to have to bide his time a little bit if he wants to get past Mitchell. Mitchell's doing such a good job of defending right now. He's really keeping his cool. I tell you what, I cannot fathom how these guys can drive this car so quickly on the Nords. It is such a handful. Whew. Especially considering this car has more power than a GT3 and less downforce. It is quite a thing to control sometimes. It's not an oversteery car. It's more, I would say it's more of an understeery car, but being able to really pile on the brakes and get the car turned in can be a real challenge sometimes. As we have a re from Stephen in the chat. Hi Stephen, how is your split going? Oh, there's something, I don't know how this like gambling works. Someone's predicted Patrese to win the RS.01 split. I'm not sure how this works, so I'm just going to leave you guys to it. Oh, and Will's in trouble. I'm not sure what happened there. Looked like Will had a little whoopsie, but he's got a bit of a nice buffer between him, between Redshift and Raj ahead of and behind him. Stefan is still on the tail of Raj. These guys are coming together again, as is Shallow Water and Mitchell. Oh, and Raj has got a bit wide there. Can Stefan capitalise? If they want to get a move done, he's got to get it done before the Dottinger Her, because Raj has some really impressive top speed today. He's just been absolutely gapping everyone on that back straight, so wonder what Stefan can do. Coming up to an MX-5 right now, let's see what happens here. Are you passing through the corner? Ooh! And that's Farwell just going, ah! Oh, that's Farwell putting himself on the grass a little bit there to stay out of the way. Oh, as Raj again struggles with the carousel. That won't cost him too much time, but it definitely won't help. And there's another MX-5 coming up. That's Trundle the Grey. And ooh-wee again, leaving plenty of room, letting these guys continue their battle. It's nice driving from the MX-5 so far. Again, we haven't seen too many multi-class incidents today. I think the MX-5 drivers have been really responsible from what I've seen. I still want to find out what happened to Naughty Dragon, though, if he got taken out by someone or it was his own doing. I'm not quite sure what happened at the front of MX-5, but Sam Wadsworth has dropped back. He is now 15 seconds behind Toxic, who has just absolutely destroyed everyone and run away with it. He's got such a large gap now. It would have to be quite a serious incident for Toxic to lose ground. And lose 15 seconds is now Sam watching Naughty Dragon come thundering past. There's 100 kilometers an hour speed difference between these cars, so It is a massive, massive thing to see. I mean, Naughty Dragon's already just disappeared into the horizon. Shallow Water and Mitchell were absolutely pounding each other still. Again with traffic, let's see what's going to happen with these guys. Can Shallow Water get a brave move done? Oh, and again that's Trundle being really, really sensible and letting these guys continue their epic battle. Didn't cost him any time either by the looks of it. Oh, and Shallow Water is still going for it. I think they are coming up to the back straight, so we'll definitely see some shenanigans there, if not earlier. But ooh, just real, like, super A-class racing from these guys so far, as Sam Wadsworth is now in the pits. And the gap between Didio and Jet on Fire has gone back up to 10 seconds, so I don't know if Jet had a little bit of a problem and lost some time, but looks like that 4th or 5th place might be a little bit out of his reach right now. I don't know. Still 20 minutes of racing left. Anything could happen in either of these classes. Shallow Water's a little bit too far back, I think, to get a massive amount of draft here on Mitchell, but we'll see. He might really go for the send going into the chicane. He is closing. Just look at the bumps. Woo-wee. And the move's going to happen. Is this going to make it stick? They've been nose to tail for the entire lap, but I think Shallow Water is now finally going for the move. I'm a bit limited by cameras here as Mitchell puts a wheel on the grass and has to lift out. I think that might be Shallow Water gone now. He did a fantastic job of holding him up for a full lap of the Nords with some really, really scary dive bombs coming in. So let's see if Mitchell can get back at him, or is Shallow Water gonna overcook himself going into T1 like he did last time. And there is Fox there, taking a nice wide line into turn 1. It's interesting how the MX-5 kind of, for a few meters, actually out-accelerates the RS.01, and Fox is just making Mitchell wait a little bit there, but again, cautious driving from Mitchell there. That's really, really smart, keeping himself out of trouble. Not quite sure if Fox saw him in time and then just commit to the corner a bit early. But yeah, whew, that was a fantastic battle. Hopefully Mitchell can get back in the fight and they can carry on, but I know Shallow Water's going to be going after Bogdan to get his 7th place back. Rushby and Druptex are now really, really close on the GP circuit, as there is RS.01 traffic coming right up behind them. That's Raj. Is Raj going to split the gap? Oh my word, and that's Stefan as well. God damn it. And I believe they made it past. That was a fantastic bit of driving from everyone involved there to keep that clean. Stefan and Raj are still going at it. Oh no, and as I say that, Stefan gets a half spin, but luckily he's managed to save it. That's some fantastic car control. We didn't lose too much time. I'm sure give him a couple corners and they'll be back at it again. Let's go back on board with our leader, Patrese, who has just been really in his own class today. I think Naughty Dragon definitely had some trouble, but not 12 seconds worth of trouble, so Patrese's really just had the pace. He's done such a good job, and even looking at his delta now, he's even up on his best lap still, and that's after 45 minutes of hard racing, so really are looking at a Nord specialist here. Patrese's lightning quick anyway, but I definitely think this is his dream combo stay, and I know he was really happy and enthusiastic about the event, and has been going off all week about how much he's looking forward to it, so I think this is definitely one for him today, and if he can pull it off, it will be a fantastically deserved win. As Didio is in trouble. Oh no, and he's really backwards there. I'm not sure what happened there, but I don't know if it's because of pits, but Didio seems to have dropped down. I know he had a good 10 seconds on Jet on Fire, but I think that's really going to cost him. If now Jet on Fire has to pit, I think he will come out ahead of Didio. And Sam Wadsworth has pitted as well. I think Tatsuya still has to pit, so we could see some action in the podium car. In the podiums in MX-5. Sorry, my chair is itching me. We might see some changes in the podium for MX-5 if Jet on Fire can keep the pace on and catch up to Tatsuya. I'm not quite sure if Jet on Fire has pitted yet. Next week, 40-car multi-class grid at Tsukuba. That's going to be a no. But we did race at Tsukuba in the GT4s, and I tell you what, it is impossible to overtake on that circuit. Oh my word. It is really, really challenging in anything faster than a little key car. Next week will be, we have a fantastic Nissan R33 GTR LM mod at Misano, which is brilliant fun. That car is, it's a Le Mans spec GTR, but you can obviously change the gearing and the aero, and it's really, really fun. It's super controllable. It's got a whole ton of power. It's got tons of turn-in, really, really grippy tyres. The Misano track is absolutely fantastic as well, so it's going to be really, really awesome. I'm well up for that. And of course, lots of Fast and Furious inspired liveries are going to be expected. I've already seen one. I'm sure there are going to be many. As Stefan has caught back up to Raj, a little bit, the gap is only 1.2 seconds as Smithy and Fox are trading places. I have to say, lots of clean driving today. We really haven't seen too many punts. Obviously, it's a different environment. Everyone's being a lot more careful, and the cars are a lot more spaced out. But it's more about you know, endurance and holding on and not making a mistake. But the wheel-to-wheel action we've seen has been fantastic today. Absolutely out of the brain. Let's go have a look at Naughty Dragon's car. The gap is now 14 seconds. I think he's dropped back again. We of course saw your lovely face, Stephen, on Naughty Dragon's car, although my camera will not focus. Let me turn off depth of field. Hang on. I don't know why. Oh, every time. I don't know why it keeps turning itself back on. There we have Stephen on the roof of Naughty Dragon's car. He's currently sitting pretty in second place. We also have plenty of other highly cursed memes. I'm not quite sure what this pixelated stuff is. Is that Among Us? Oh, that's so awful. On the front, and then we have a picture of his RS.01 with Peepo forever. I'm not a traitor, they just pay me more. That must have been Will. Germa. I think that's the rapper Stitches. If anyone remembers him. I'm not happy about the... as Fox has had an off, I think. That's a shame. But he's lost that place back to Didio. Shallow Water is behind Mitchell again. I'm not sure what happened there. I must have missed that one, but I don't know if that was a pass or an accident. But I thought Mitchell was pretty far. I thought Shallow Water was pretty far up the road. But the battle is still on. I'm sure we're going to see some absolute hounding from these guys battling each other again as Farwell and Trundle trading places in 22nd and 23rd. Oh, Naughty Dragon is off! I don't believe it! Redshift has taken second place. Naughty Dragon has had a massive off. And he must have really lost a lot of time there. Let's look at his delta. He's lost 21 seconds. I don't know what happened there, but it must have been the second I clicked off of him. Curse of the commentator. The second I clicked off of him, he must have really binned it. And Naughty Dragon is now way behind, 6 seconds behind Redshift. And I don't think he can make that back up with only, I'm going to say, 2 laps to go after this. So they're going to have to be the best 2 laps of his racing career, or he's going to have to say goodbye to second place. That's such a shame for Naughty Dragon. Ugh. Shallow Water and Mitchell are still fighting as Shallow Water gets really on the grass there. Can he hold it? He does, but he has to stamp on the brakes. Again, fantastic car control. We've seen some really spectacular driving from Shallow Water today. He's really been an absolute joy to watch. A whole lot of really kind of swashbuckling, bombastic driving. What are the MX-5 times? I believe they're about 10 minutes, under like 9:50 something if you're really quick, but most guys are in the 10-minute range. So they're a good 2 minutes slower than the RS.01s, and on the Dostinger Her there's a 100k difference, so they are very different in pace. But luckily the track is so big, you're only going to lap the MX-5s once. Stefan and Raj are really close again. Let's go and watch this on TV cam. These guys have just been battling the whole race. Did I know that Zyfe is not the fastest today in the RS.01? Well, of course he's not. This guy's like Patrese, Redshift, Perea, Naughty Dragon. Come on. Zyfe's quick, but he's not as quick as those guys because very few are. Oh, and I tell you what, this battle with Stefan and Raj, I'm sure these guys are going to be absolutely loving every second of it. They've been going so hard the whole race. Stefan's catching, but Raj just has that supreme top speed. Even with slipstream, he's not really catching. So, see if Stefan can keep it cool. Going through the chicanes onto the GP circuit. If he wants to make a move, he's going to have to make it pretty quickly. As Patrese and Redshift and the leading pack are already on their current lap, so I imagine it will be this lap plus 1 more for the leaders. Timer is blocked by positions. If I remember correctly, it's been a yellow flag for about the last half an hour, so I don't know what's going on there. We'll see as Mitchell and Shallow Water cross the line. Shallow Water losing a little bit of time on that lap. Is he going to go for a mad dive bomb here? Don't think so. Oh, it looked like he was there for a second. Oh my god. From 2 seconds back. Maybe a bit early, but he's making time up on Mitchell. I think he's really at home on this GT part of the circuit, as Toxic is now in the pits. I wonder if he's going to have to fight Tatsuya for position, or will Tatsuya come into the pits as well? Also watch for Sam Wadsworth, who I believe has already pitted, so it might be a bit of all change here, as Jet on Fire has caught up to Sam quite quickly as well, so definitely the one to watch is going to be the MX-5 class. Toxic will still be in the lead, I believe, after he's come out. Poor Boz is having some trouble again. Boz is facing backwards, and I think that might be it for him, but now he's getting going again. I think he's just taking his time as Sam comes back. Oh, there are cars coming. That's Jet on Fire, but luckily he's not impeded by that. I think Boz just overcooked it. Tatsuya is now on the pit, so I think Boz is a full pit stop ahead of 2nd and 3rd place. Let's look at Toxic's livery. This is an absolutely really high effort livery from Toxic. the sheep love. Looking fantastic with the Goodest Boy Motorsports. Good job from Toxic. Nice to see you making some liveries. Look forward to your next ones. As Jet on Fire is also in the pits, so that's going to probably end his podium charge. He's going to have to make up a lot of time if he wants to catch Tatsuya. But I have to say, from starting at the back, that's a damn fine result from Jet. He's really driven well today. As I think that's Rush By, and it might have been Castellar swapping places, but Rush By. Everyone's coming into the pits now. It's Pikaroshu. Oh, and Alexander's had a big off as well, leaving Pikaroshu 26th place. Back to reliable Stefan and Raj. You can watch them at any time, and they are absolutely going for it. As are Shallow Water and Mitchell. These guys just haven't stopped. Oh yeah, Dario is an absolute monster with his lap times. He's really, really quick. Cannot wait to see more of him. Is Split B over, Ramos? No, we've still got 7 minutes here. Nope, okay. As I say that, the gap between Redshift and Naughty Dragon has come down, I have to say. The gap is now almost 5 seconds, so like I said, it would have to be the best 2 laps of Naughty Dragon's entire racing career if he was going to catch Redshift, and we might be seeing them, so keep your eyes focused on that one, guys, because that might be happening. Also might be happening, Stefan might be finally getting past Raj here if he can pull it off. These guys are so close. As are Mitchell and Shallow Water. I'll try and hop between them as I can. Cannot believe after an hour of racing on the Nords, these guys are still close enough to smell each other's breath. It's mighty, mighty close. Oh, I think Smithy's had some trouble there, but luckily he's getting back on it. Of course, he's got the never been. I was going to say he's got the classic Nurburgring sticker, but that is, of course, peak comedy there from Smithy right there. Pretty nice looking livery as well, I have to say. Nice sharp colours. I love it in the ring. Did you make that, Ramos? Was that your joke? It's hard to see because my stupid depth of field keeps turning itself back on. How do I stop it? God damn it. Oh, here we go. I love it in the ring. You did. Oh, that's me. Well, top marks for your comedic livery making. As we come in with 5 minutes to go, I have to say, we go on board with race leader Petresi, who has a 30-second lead over Redshift now. He's just been absolutely unflappable today with his pace. He's been so quick, and I think he only had one little minor off, and apart from that, he's just been flawless. The gap between Naughty Dragon and Redshift is remaining consistent. It hasn't come down much further. Oh, and as I say that, God, oh no, Naughty Dragon is off again. What is with me in cursing him today? I think that's the 3rd time I've given him the commentator's curse. Oh, that is such a shame. Such a shame from Naughty Dragon. He was really putting on the fight back, but I'm guessing he just reached the absolute limit and went past it there. That's going to be a secure 3rd place for Naughty Dragon. But I have to say, in 4th place, Will is doing an absolutely cracking job. He's got a lot of really fast guys behind him, but he's done such a good job of holding him off. I think that's going to be the top 4 decided for RS.01 then. That's such a shame about Naughty Dragon. I really feel for him. Oh, poor guy.
Hello there, James.
Mitchell. Hi, Stephen. We are live on broadcast. Have you come to join me? How was Split B? You there?
Split B is still going at the moment.
What's the rundown on Split B? Give us the lowdown for
I'm
Twitch.
There, but you're like on Discord not helping, but
I took my push talk off. 1 second, guys. At home, I'm just telling my push talk off so Stephen can hear me. There we go. Hi, Stephen. Sorry, you are live on broadcast. How's it going? How is Split B? Give us the rundown for Twitch.
It's going pretty good. At the moment, our breaker is in 1st place.
Ooh, fantastic.
Real close by Dario. Ellen up in 3rd place, Zyfe up in 4th place, Lucas
on,
up in
Alan.
5th place, Kuchenworm in 6th, Quantum in 7th, Kenny and Julian running off, and Shiro running off the RS.01, with Fyodor at the moment in the lead in the MX-5 Cup.
Smurf.
And Harry is 2nd, and
Go on,
Theodore
Harry.
is third. There are some other things. There are like not that many crashes, just some casual spins and a little bit touching.
Yeah, it's been very
Toby's-
clean in Asplit too, I have to say. There wasn't any massive crashes, there were no lap 1 incidents really. There's been a lot of really, really good clean racing. We've had guys like Stefan and Raj have been toe-to-toe the entire race, as have Mitchell and Shallow Water pretty much. A lot of fantastic racing, and Patrese is currently miles ahead. Naughty Dragon unfortunately got some commentators cursing at a couple offs. Toxic is running away with it in MX-5 too.
I have
Also
like
smurfing.
at my my left screen, I have like you're on like watching also there the stream. So I heard commentator curse and I'm coming in because yeah, you commentated cursed me on BTS.
Poor guy. I owe him an apology. I cursed Naughty Dragon about 3 times. Every time I was talking about him, at one point where I was showing off your lovely face on the livery, he ended up having a massive crash. So unfortunately, I tell you what, I'm going to cut in because there's going to be a move here between Shallow Water and Mitchell. These guys have been trading blows for laps and laps and laps now, and Shallow Water's done some absolutely incredible dive bombs, and I think he's finally pulled it off. About 2 laps ago, he was ahead for a few corners, but I think he might have had a little off and lost that place. So Shallow Water is finally past Mitchell, but I wonder if Mitchell can, on what will almost certainly be the last lap, get in there and fight back.
Looks so good. But yeah, that's like going on our split, and Fyodor and Harry I came together like once, and Harry took the lead, but Harry like a few laps later pitted for a fresh set of tires. So yeah.
Interesting. I don't think Fyodor has won anything for quite some time. I think the last thing he won was possibly the Oval event, which was with the Escort Mark II at Joesville and Bristol. I don't think he's won anything for quite a while, so I'm sure he will be... Dario has just taken the lead in Split B, according to Ramos.
Thank you. Yeah, my stream is just coughing up at the moment, so I have some little PC problems.
Well, that's a shame. Hopefully our Baker can get back in there and take the fight back to Dario for the last couple of minutes. As I say now, Shallow Water and Mitchell starting the final lap. Shallow Water gets really, really ragged there, but he's still holding on from Mitchell. I have to say now it's Mitchell's turn to do the chasing after having held off Shallow Water for a good 40 minutes. Whew.
I got a very little question. Is Yellow 13 driving?
Yellow 13 is not driving. He is in the chat.
Ah, Yellow!
Apparently neither of the cars agree with him, but he is here to cheer on his brother, who's in a titanic duel with Shallow Water right now and has been for most of the race.
At least I'm going back to my
oh, thanks for stopping by, Stephen. Give my regards to Elmo, and I hope everything goes smoothly for the last lap. I'll see you in a bit.
Sure will do.
Thanks for dropping by. Let's go have a look at Jet on Fire as he's closing in on 4th place in MX-5 Druptex. And I know Jet on Fire has been on an absolute charge in this race, and he's really made up that time. And you just absolutely see that. He's made up almost a second in just a few corners. So Jet on Fire is really, really comfortable with the Nords. And Boz has come into the pits. And Jet on Fire has 36 seconds to make up to Tatsuya, so I don't quite think that's going to happen, but I think a 4th place of Jet on Fire after jumping in literally a minute before the race was due to start with no setup is absolutely admirable as Toxic starts the final lap for the MX-5s. We now are on the final lap officially as Patrese is absolutely pounding through the woods with not a care in the world. He's flashing Neil saying, "Get out of my way, I'm about to win." I think this will be Patrese's 2nd win in Charged after the Alfa Romeo race, which was a good month ago. So it's always nice to taste victory, and I'm sure he's going to really enjoy it. Stefan has dropped back a little bit from Raj, but I think something might have happened to Will because the gap was about 10 seconds, and Raj is now pushing for 4th place. I don't know what, maybe Will's just overcooked his tyres, he's had a little bit of an off. Raj is on a very good lap right now, let's have a look. Well, Will is down a second, so I'm not quite sure what happened with these guys, but maybe it was on the last lap Will had a little bit of an oopsie, but we might see these guys going for it till the end. And with Stefan dropping back and Mitchell dropping back from Shallow Water, this is going to be the last bit of on-track action we're probably going to get in RS.01s. I'm losing my voice. I think after we're done, I'm going to have a little rest. But But yeah, great drive from Raj today. He had a little bit of trouble earlier on, had a couple of little spins, and I think maybe a punteroonie or two, but he's really, really done well. That battle with Stefan that those guys had was just absolutely superb for such a long time. So good to watch. Looking in cockpit view, you really do get some perspective for just how fast these guys are taking it. They really are going for it. Let's see where Petresi is. I want to catch him when he crosses the finish line. I believe he's coming up to the second carousel right now. He is, so he will be finishing in not a whole amount of time. So we'll just follow him for the rest of the racing, because there's not too much on-track action happening right now. But yeah, Petresi's been just untouched today. He was so quick in qualifying and out-qualifying Naughty Dragon, Pereira, Redshift. These guys are just all super fast drivers, and he's really got the Nords down, I think. He had a really good season in the RS.01, and he had an outside chance of winning it going into the final race, and he was just consistent in every race. His results got better every week. Petresi's such a good driver, and I really think he deserves this win massively today. He's been so quick. He stayed out of trouble while other drivers around him maybe had a couple little accidents, and just an absolutely unparalleled drive from Petresi, winning by 40 seconds. That is a insurmountable gap. He's had the pace and he's had the racecraft too. Although I think he is in... Is that Bogdan's car? I think he is in Bogdan's skin for some reason, but as he comes through the chicane for the final time, I bet he's going to be absolutely buzzing. And on to the GP track, and it is going to be Petresi winning Split A in the RS.01s with a fantastic drive after 1 hour of the absolute hardest challenge. Nords in the RS.01. What a race, what a victory. He just pulled away and nobody ever saw him again. Great drive to Petresi, congratulations, you really outdid yourself. Spectacular result. And let's see, Redshift is coming down the dodger her for the last time too. He's going to take a fantastic second place. Again, he's just been so quick, not had any trouble. I haven't seen a peep out of him all race. I haven't seen him spin once, haven't seen him go off, haven't seen him barging about with anyone. He's just been on it, focused. That's going to be a great second place. Really good job for Redshift. Fantastic driving. Raj is catching up on Will. Naughty Dragon will take third. He could have won today, but oh, look at what is he doing? Naughty Dragon has just completely had a bit of a brain fart there, and I think at the end of the day, I think maybe he just overcooked it a little bit, and that's such a shame because again, he was just so quick, and it's always spectacular watching him drive. He is just truly one of the most incredibly fast people I've ever seen in AC, but wasn't quite his day today, which is such a shame. I think Raj is a little bit too far back on Will. Will's done enough to hold him off. We shall see for that 4th place, unless Will makes a big mistake. But then don't forget, Raj has a massive straight line speed advantage here today. I don't know what he's done with his setup, but whatever he's done it right. I think I saw him hit 3:15 earlier on, coming down the hill. Look at this, let's see how fast he goes. 3:15. I might have even seen 3:17 there. Oh, he's really pushing it into the chicane. Will is going so cautious, but I think Raj just went a little bit too deep. He's made up some time, but it won't quite be enough. That is going to be Will Wadsworth taking a great 4th place. And I'll tell you what, Raj has been some of the most fantastic racing we've seen today. He's been battling with Stefan so well. It's a great drive from all these guys. I'm so impressed with everyone racing today. And Stefan will take 6th. He had a galactic battle with Raj for a long time, but just in that last lap he lost him a little bit. As Bogdan comes in 7th place as well, keeping his head, keeping cool, and having a really good finish. Shallow water, still only 1.5 seconds clear of Mitchell. These guys were just absolutely on it. Incredible racing, lots of really high energy action and moves from these guys. Great racing from everyone. Lanson coming up in 35th place, and Boz is still just finishing his final lap. Let's see where Toxic is. He's still coming up the hill, so it's going to be a bit of time for the MX-5 guys to finish. So while we're doing that, I will try and get Petresi in voice chat, see if I can grab him. There's too many damn people, I can't move people, hang on. Petresi, congratulations on your win, how do you feel?
Oh, fantastic, James. Thoroughly enjoyed that, thank you.
Yeah, fantastic racing. I mean, you were just so quick today. And did you have any trouble at any point? Because it looked like it was all really smooth sailing from you, while some of your rivals had a little bit of aggro. So how was it out there, especially with the lap traffic?
First couple of laps, there was a lot of pressure from behind. Pereira and Dragon were pushing hard, I could tell. So it was just about trying to manage it. and then I don't know what happened behind me, but there was obviously some sort of issue, and then it opened up for me, and yeah, just managing the gap really till the end.
Yeah, I think you won by about 40 seconds in the end, so really just incredible commanding drive, great racing. Thank you so much for making this event so spectacular, and go and enjoy it. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks to everyone at Charge for organising this brilliant event.
Oh, it's been our pleasure. I'll send you back. Cheers. Let's see if we can get... I want to talk to Raj, see if we can get him in. Where is he? Here we go. Hi. Oh shit, hang on. Wait, hang on, wrong one. Sorry. Hi Raj, you're live on stream. Sorry, I sent you to the wrong room. How's it going?
Hey man, yeah, good, you?
Oh, fantastic. Amazing race. You were absolutely brilliant today. Watching you battle with Stefan for the longest time was incredible. How was it out on track?
Oh yeah, I don't know why he didn't beat me, because he's obviously quicker than me in probably half the track at least, but I guess his tyres fell off.
Yeah, I saw you two were absolutely nose to tail until the final lap, and then he dropped back a little bit. I tell you what, we were watching you go after Will on the final lap, and you got really, really close. I think one more lap and you would have had him.
Yeah, he was smashing me on the first lap, and I was like, what is going on? Has he broken his carbs? So I was, yeah, I thought maybe he had a bad setup and I could catch him up on the back straight, but his tyres are just smashed. So
yeah, I think that might be it. It looked like you had a massive straight line speed advantage today. Were you one of the guys running zero wing?
Yep.
Well, it looked like it worked. I saw you hitting about like 317 on the straight or something, because that was definitely the move.
Oh yeah, that's how I got fifth. I would have been last if I didn't have that.
Well, fantastic racing. You were definitely a massive source of entertainment today. Great drive. I look forward to seeing you next week. Cheers. I'll send you back.
Thanks very much.
Cheers. And as we are still watching Toxic, he's coming around for the final time through the mini carousel with his spectacular livery. Yeah, that was awesome racing. Really, really good race today. It was a lot of fun having this event. I think Firewall is DNF'd. Not quite sure what happened to him. Maybe that was a disconnect or something. Niels, Pikaroshu, Alexander, and Finn have already finished, and I think there is some donut action going on here at the end. But as Boz crosses the line in 11th place, and great job to Boz. Look, he's having a really good race, but I think he just had a couple punteroonies and spent a couple minutes in the pits. So it's tough in the pro split, but still great job. As Toxic is still coming by. He's still on the straight. I could go get a cup of tea, have a pee, and come back, and he's still going to be on the straight with the MX-5s. Well, I tell you what, your tyres must get so cold at the end of this. And he's still on the straight. Oh my word. Oh god. Well, good thing we picked MX-5s, not anything even slower. And I think this is going to be Toxic's second victory in a week in Weeklies in a row. He, of course, absolutely dominated the Brazilian stock cars last week, and Toxic Boy wins the MX-5 round in Split A today with a commanding drive, 30 seconds clear of Sam Wordsworth in second. That was just unparalleled speed from Toxic. Really, really fantastic driving from him today. Again, didn't see a peep out of him. He was perfectly steady the whole race, never once made a mistake. Just incredible pace, incredible driving. Great job from him. Sam Wordsworth, and only, I believe, his second race in charge, also having a really, really good show today. Keeping it up and keeping it steady on the ring for 1 hour. That is not an easy challenge, especially in this car. If you hit the brakes over a crest in this car, you're going in the wall. So great job from Sam, taking second place. As Smithy looks to have a little bit of an off, but he's still going okay. Castrolard has got past. It's definitely a good weekend for both the Wordsworth brothers. They've both had a really, really good drive today. And Tatsuya takes third with a really, really good result. Fantastic to see Tatsuya on the podium. Again, just really keeping it focused, keeping it steady, racing for 1 hour, not making any mistakes. And Jet on fire, I have to say, jumping in the race with 30 seconds to go. No setup, last place, no qualifying, no nothing. And he's going to come in fourth. And I'll tell you what, had this race been a little bit longer, I think he would have been even higher. That was fantastic job from Jet on fire. Really, really good drive from him today. Just like, what's the race? Screw it, I'm in. Love to see it. Driptex with a really good result as well, coming back in 6th place. Driptex has been really impressive, I have to say, over the last couple of weeks. I've been really, really impressed with his driving and smart racecraft, so love to see Driptex take 6th place. 5th, sorry, I can't count. Is it first, second, third, fourth? Oh no, people have left, I think. Either way, great result from Triptex. As Didio takes, I believe, 6th place in the MX-5s, with Fox not too far behind. And we are almost done. Just the last few cars to cross the line as Fox takes 18th. Castrol R takes 19th, and Smithy. Shame he lost a couple little places there at the end. You know, maybe your tyres get really cold at the end of that big old straight. And looks like Rush Buyer is going to take 21st as he does a big old donut across the line. We just have Meridibera and Trundle who are a couple minutes back. I wonder if we'll make it over before the session time's out. Let's try and grab someone for interviews. Let's see who we got. Let's see. Let's see if we can get Tatsuya. Hi Tatsuya, you're live on stream. Would you like an interview? If not, don't worry, I can send you back. Or if you want an interview, Tatsuya, let me know. You can come back anytime. I'll send you back. So I don't think Tatsuya is going to speak today. Let's see who else could we get. I think we'll try and get Jet on Fire. Let's see if I can grab him. If he's even there. He might have already pieced out. Don't think I can see him. Oh no, here he is. Oh, Tatsuya does want to talk. I will bring him back. Tatsuya, you are back on the air. Sorry for dragging you in as a surprise. Great race. How was it?
Thanks, you. That was really hard because the Nordshleife is a really hard circuit, but I managed to not spin at all. So it was really great. This was really fun also.
Oh, fantastic. I'm so glad you had a good time. Yeah, it was a really, really good drive from you today. Just it must be so hard just keeping the car under control, not making any mistakes, making sure you're really careful with your braking and tyres getting cold. And you were really, really careful and composed today, and great finish, and should be really proud of your 3rd place.
Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for appearing on stream. I'll send you back now. Great racing, and look forward to seeing you race next week. Cheers.
Yes.
Anyone else we want to see? Oh, is Trundle out of fuel? Oh no, he is! Oh, poor Trundle. Looks like he's run out of fuel, unfortunately. I don't know if he'll be classified. He's on the straight. I don't know if he'll be classified 23rd if he stops. Anyone else we want to see for an interview before the race ends? Give me a shout, guys. Oh, Jet on Fire is there. Hi, Jet. You are live on the stream. Sorry, I've grabbed you in. Great race. How was it?
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Hi, sorry, I've yanked you into the stream chat. My mouse is playing up. Hang on. Fantastic race today. How was it?
Interesting.
What was it like jumping in with absolutely no practice or lead up to the event? Are you kind of a Nord specialist because you were really, really putting some pace on today?
I've driven about 3 laps of that track.
Really? Oh my word! You're so quick today.
I mean, I don't know. I was using. My plan was for the start just to use other people's braking markers. I was like, oh.
Yeah, well, I had to say, starting from last place and making your way back up to 4th was really, really impressive. Great job. Sorry, my Discord is playing up. I can't switch back to charged. It's not letting me. Sorry. But yeah, fantastic racing and great result. I would send you back to Split A, but I can't seem to access my Discord. Sorry, so you'll have to take yourself back. But
Yeah,
fantastic racing. Looking forward to see you
Thank you.
race next time. Cheers. Have a good weekend. Sorry, I can't seem to access my Discord. It is stuck, so I tell you what, we'll just end the broadcast there. Something's wrong with my keyboard. Hang on. I don't know what's wrong. Technical problems, help. Oh my god, something is wrong with my mouse. I might have to duck under my computer and fix it. Hang on. All right, let's see. I got stuck under my desk. I can't click anything, so I don't know what's wrong. Hang on. Sorry, we've had some major technical difficulties. Something is wrong with my computer. Let me just try and just force close Discord. Or it might be AC Remote is messing with me as well. There we go. That should be it. Anyway, well, thank you so much for joining us today on Charged. I've still got problems. You know what it is? It's auto start system. That's what it is. Oh my word. Okay, anyway, thank you so much for joining us on twitch.tv/ChargedSimRacing. It's been an awesome event today. Really, really fantastic. Congratulations to all the drivers. You guys were absolutely incredible today. We saw so much good racing. I'm so proud of everyone. I can't believe we had 30 cars on track and no massive crashes. It was a delight to watch. Thanks for joining me, everyone, on Twitch today. You've been a great company because I've been on my own today for the most part of the race. And thank you so much to Ramos and the other guys who subscribed. That's really, really kind of you. The community really appreciates that. Well, stay tuned for some very cool things coming next week. We have our weekly race, and there may be something else that might be worth looking on the Discord for. So keep your eyes peeled and have lots of fun. Have a great evening, guys. I'll see you next week. It's your boy. Bye bye.